Hi. Oh god. Hi. Yeah. I'm doing something completely different today. Look, some of you went to the comments section on my earlier videos, like, you know, the one about the second dream and all that, and where I showed all the cutscenes and asked about my setup and said, hey, what are you using? What's that weapon mod? What's your melee? Blah, 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 blah. And I figured, you know, instead of taking screenshots or responding in all detail over and over again, I'm just gonna do a quick video and show you what I use and how I do it. Here's just this one thing. Look, I'm not usually doing anything with voice. I'm just so awkward, and you know, I usually edit out all the retardedness and whatnot. Well, fuck it. This is gonna be a pretty long video where I explain all the things I'm using and whatnot, and I'll stutter, I'll mess up, and I'll sound a bit stupid, and fuck. See, like this. I'm choking to death on my own saliva because that's always a nice thing to do. Just deal with it, okay? I mean, look, if you want somebody to be all smart and sound all sexy, just go listen to Mogamu or some shit, okay? He's good at this stuff. I ain't. So, but I thought I'd do something nice and just tell you how I play my Warframe because you've been asking, and that's really it. And here's another thing. This is not the best way to play Warframe or the best Chroma build or some shit like that. Look, I'm not here, oh my god, you guys, this is the best thing ever, because it ain't. This is just how I play, okay? You guys ask me, hey, what do you put on there and how do you mod your shit, and that's it, okay? I'm not saying it's good or bad or whatever, do with it as you will. Just, you know, don't tell me how to live my life. I like to play like this. Okay, let's get started. First of all, let's have a look at Arcanes, yeah, you know, them arcane things you can get from raids, or if you're lazy like me but you have a lot of platinum, you can just buy them off of other players. And since I'm using a very melee-centric build, the one thing I put on his helmet is, what's it called, Arcane Strike? Arcane Striker? Well, you know, something with Arcane and Strike in it. And basically what it does is whenever you get hit, there's a chance that you get a 20% attack speed buff to your melee, which is really nice because if you punch things a lot, you'll punch them 20% faster. So if you stack that with, you know, Fury or Berserker buffs, it adds up nicely. Then maybe, you know, tag along with Valkyr and get the Warcry buff on top of it, and you'll be killing shit really, really, really fast. So for that I like it. Besides, it's probably one of the cheapest arcanes around. People throw them out for like 10 platinum a pop. So, you know, it's nice to have. And that extra arcane revive is always nice as well. Attachments. Oh yeah, I have an arcane on my Syandana. I use the Arcane Avenger because basically whenever you get damaged, whenever you take damage, there's a chance that you get a 30% crit buff, as in, you know, an extra 30% chance to critically hit, and depending on what weapons you use, it's even possible, for instance, with the Soma Prime, if you mod that for crit and get that 75% crit chance, when Arcane Strike procs, Arcane Avenger, sorry, when that procs, you get like 105% crit chance, meaning it's entirely possible to red crit with that thing. Of course, now that there's a Stalker Acolytes running around and all that, you get even higher crit chance. It's even easier to red crit on a Soma. I'm not using the Soma right now, but, you know, 30% extra crit. You get the idea. It's nice to have if you can afford it or if you have some arcanes sitting around. That's why I'm using it. What else? Yeah, you'll probably want to see how I spec Chroma, like mods and shit, right? So, I'm using Steel Charge because, again, melee damage. I'm sure lots of people will be screaming in terror now saying, no, you have to use Corrosive Projection. And maybe they're right. I don't fucking know. I just use it because it's what I've got right here, and I like the 18 extra points and all that. So, yeah, that's what I'm using. Here's Power Drift, because extra Power Strength. I like Power Strength. Look, I've got 244 Power Strength. How cool is that? You might be hearing some scraping noises in the background. That would be my giant monitor lizard, who's also a giant asshole. Because right now he doesn't want to sit in his tank. He wants to come outside and chase after my cats. So yeah, excuse the background noise, I guess. Prime Flow, because Power Max. I'd rather have it all the way maxed out, but I don't have the fusion cores for it. So yeah. Blind Rage for that extra power strength. I'm not going for power efficiency because I really just use what's his number 2 and 3 skills, you know, the flex armor Vex armor, and the elemental ward. So for that you don't need power efficiency, you just need strength. I'm going for all the strength I can get. Quick thinking I like because with my primed flow at rank 8 I get some 563 max power. So with quick thinking, basically what that does is whenever you run out of health, it drains your power instead of just killing you straight off. And that's a bit of extra survivability. Of course you can just use an armor mod, steel fiber, or armored agility or something like that. I like quick thinking. Personally that works the best for me because even with only a base armor of 350, if you're at 244 power strength, then your Vex armor proc, Scorn I believe it's called, you get over 800% extra armor. So you'll still be running around with over 2000 armor points. So, you know, and once you reach a certain level, when the baddies are level 100 and up, armor ain't gonna save you anyway. You know, if you get hit, you get hit and that takes you down. I prefer quick thinking. Primed continuity, pretty much self-explanatory as well. Also, I'd rather have it maxed out, but I can't because no cores. 45% here power duration because you want your powers to last as long as possible. I'm only at 173%, but with that I get some 38 or so seconds on Chroma's buffs, which is nice. I like lots of vitality because as you can see in my color I'm playing a fire Chroma and you get a lot of health already with that, plus vitality buffs it even further. Because I'm playing a melee build, so you know, with the fire buff from Elemental Ward, God, that lizard's distracting. With that you get roughly 1400 or so health, and that way you can just run in there, you can get punched in the face all the way, which is cool because, you know, if you use rage with that, whenever you take damage you build up extra power, and with that you can just keep your buffs up whenever you need, and you can life strike the crap out of enemies with channeled attacks. So it works really well for me. I like it for that. Constitution I'm using mostly for the extra power duration because my prime continuity isn't maxed out. So a bit of extra power duration. I suppose knockdown recovery is nice to have too. Does anybody mod for that? Does anybody care? I don't know. I use it for the duration, but whatever. Intensify for more power strength, and I pity you if I have to explain why at this point. And we've already been through rage, so yeah, that's my setup for Chroma. Weapons. Right now, I don't really shoot things very much. Right now I'm using the Bratton Prime just for shits and giggles, and yeah, I've modded for 51.9% status chance apparently. I'm really just using that for dicking around. You see, I've modded for gas procs, because if you get the, you know, if you get the Fury proc from Chroma's Vex armor to 500 something % extra damage, and then you get gas procs and you have a 50 something % chance, then you can basically just eradicate entire rooms full of baddies with massive gas procs happening over and over again. I'm also using it because I'm a show off. Look at this rare skin on there. I kind of like it. It looks nice, but if I'm not using the Bratton, then sometimes I'm using a Heck, and that one should be fairly self-explanatory. I'm using Viral and Radiation for procs on the Heck. Viral because, you know, it cuts enemy health in half, which is really nice at the higher levels, and Radiation because it makes them fight each other. I'm sure most of you guys will disagree with that again because, oh my god, why you use corrosion and blah blah blah. I like it this way, come on, don't be like that. Yeah, and again, this one, the Hell's Chamber and the there's Scattered Justice, the what they're called, the mod from the what? I can't believe this. See, I'm so nervous doing voice on here. I can't even remember what the fucking factions were called again. But, you know, it's the faction mod. They have a different name on here, and I can't for the life of me remember what they were called. The... not Conclave, that was PvP. God damn, you know what? I'm gonna look it up now. Fuck it. I'm not editing this, so screw you guys. They're called... Wow. Nope, still can't remember. Syndicates, thank you. Can you believe that? I couldn't remember what a syndicate is. Yeah, I'm using the syndicate mod and, you know, extra. It doesn't matter. Look, I'm not really using this as a main weapon anyway. I just use whatever because it's a melee build, okay? I don't shoot things most of the time. So therefore, Wraith, Twin Vipers, whatever, you know, fuck it. I really don't ever use these. They just look fun. So Don't bother, okay? Let's not even look at them. Let's go for the melee weapon. Here, bam. I'm using this because of course I am. If you have this Tempo Royale thing for heavy two-handed, and this is what you use because it's the law. I'm using Berserker because it really goes well with the proc from my Arcane, so you get even more attack speed, and of course Fury because even more attack speed, and you can chop things up even faster. And body count is the new thing. If you look at my previous video, basically it just keeps your combo points up longer. You know, if you want to rack up some 1,000 or more combo points to do that quadruple damage in melee, this is really helpful. And of course you combine body count with blood rush, and again, as you can see, I'm a filthy noob, so this is only at rank 8 out of 10 right now. The higher you get it, the better. I'm using that because with every combo stack you get, you know, extra damage stats through melee combos, melee counter, whatever. You deal extra, well, you get a higher crit chance. So it's entirely possible with blood rush and body count, and especially with the Arcane Avenger, to get red crits on the on war, you know, on the giant two-handed sword. In fact, if you check my previous video in my channel, then you can see how that works. Get some really nice high numbers as well. Primed heavy trauma, also not completely maxed out for all the reasons I've already given to you. So the higher you get that, the better, because impact damage, it's an impact weapon. You'll want to boost that impact damage, right? Extra melee damage should be self-explanatory. Extra crit damage because 3.8 multiplier ain't so bad. And life strike. Look, I like having life strike. If you're so good that you can survive for an hour or two in any survival mission without life strike, hey, be my guest, add another damage mod on there, but I'm a noob, okay? I like life striking things because it stops me from dying. Don't judge me. And yeah, that's my melee. Here's my dog. I named her after my girlfriend because she drools and she smells weird and she pees on things, and so does my dog. My relationship is so sad. Nothing special here. She's just a box standard Horus Kubro with a shit ton of Forma. Yeah, and look, it's really the usual suspects. It's not like you have 25 billion different Kubro mods to choose from, you know? I just pick whatever is there. I didn't go for the shield recharge because fuck shield recharge. Look, if you're constantly meleeing, then through the pack leader, your Kubro doesn't die anyway. Fuck shields, right? Which is funny because I still have linked shields for some reason, but whatever. Animal Instinct, yeah, I kind of like that because that way I don't miss so many mods and stuff and loot, you know. And it's kind of nice to have all the red blips on the map for enemies, and you know. Link armor, we've got that. I think we've got all of that, right? Yeah, I don't like scavenge. Yay, you get some extra resources or 20 credits out of a locker. What the fuck ever. Yeah, sure, you can use that instead of link shields, I suppose. There's one nice mod. Is it called Shelter or something? There's one mod that casts like a shield around you when you're rezzing a teammate, and you can put that on your Kubro. I've never found it, so that's probably something nice to see. I wouldn't know, I don't have it, okay? So yeah, that's that. And with that, I think we're done, and that's how I'm modding my Warframe, and that's how I'm playing my Warframe, and yeah. Bye!